So Robyn Dixon from the Real Housewives of Potomac is finally addressing on her podcast, Reasonably Shady, the cheating allegations. And she's saying it's not exactly what you think it is, but it looks as if Juan was an idiot. And she admits that they had to work through things. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So we were literally just live talking about the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. We were talking about how boring it was, especially with Robyn, it being a Robyn-focused episode, from the wedding dress shopping to, of course, the bachelorette party. But last week we covered the story where a woman came out and Giorgio says reported that she had receipts. He posted those receipts that she had some sort of affair with Juan Dixon during the pandemic back in 2020. Well, we also reported to you in another video that Ray Cunningham from College Hill, also a personal friend of Robyn, said that he spoke to Robyn. He says this girl has been trying to report these receipts to all of the blogs and Robyn's friends. Well, Robyn admits that she thought that one of the ladies would bring it up this season. She was just waiting for someone to bring it up. Let's take a listen to what she said on her podcast.
Because you don't, live on Instagram or whatever. TikTok, Twitter, whatever it might be. Young lady came forward talking about she and Juan dated during COVID. Mm-hmm. And she shows this like hotel receipt with his name on it.
Right.
Okay. That's like that's legit. I don't know. I mean, that's
the premise of the allegation.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, what I want to, okay. So what I want to say, first of all, I was aware of the situation. Mm-hmm. Before we filmed season 7.
Right.
And because this young lady was so pressed to tell me and to tell you, Giselle,
yes,
I assume she told the whole cast.
Right. Because she DM'd me.
Right. So all of season 7, I'm just like waiting for somebody to bring it up.
Because, Karen is good for thinking she got some tea.
Right. Or anybody. I mean, like that's our life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just ready for it. I'm waiting for it. And so when we're in Mexico and Ashley tells me that Karen, was talking about us, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is it.
Right.
And she talks about some blonde holding hand, him holding hands with a blonde in Georgetown and looks like Karen. I'm like, okay, this is ridiculous.
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Right. Whew. So that was, it was kind of comical to me. So then we go down that road. But however, I was already aware of the situation and I expected to talk about it on season 7.
Right.
Now, the situation, when it was presented to me, was discussed. Mm-hmm. It was handled. It was something we had to work through, It was not something that it was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Oh, yeah. No.
However, there are a lot of things that need to be cleared up with what's being said with what allegedly happened, which did not. So,
okay.
And I want to almost maybe share the details for Patreon.
Oh, yeah. We'll give the details on the Patreon.
Yes.
So go ahead on and subscribe.
So I will give more details on Patreon. But what I will say is, yes, Juan was an idiot and communicated with this woman on Instagram, because, whatever. He's bored. He needs attention. He's, it's the pandemic, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
However, they did not date. He did not fly her anywhere.
Right.
And there is a reason why his name is on a hotel receipt, which I will share on Patreon.
Yes. Boom.
And the reason is not because he asked her to come and was volunteered to pay for this hotel room.
Right. The end.
Okay.
Yes. And then I will say several things on Patreon, like, let me catch her outside. Let me catch her outside.
But,
allegedly.
But since she pretty much was trying to bribe Juan and told her that she was going to become famous off of us, then I don't know, girl. Go maybe, I don't know. Hopefully you can start a OnlyFans and get some money off of it or something.
Yes. Go show your booty on OnlyFans.
Right.
Yeah.
But I will say, just with respect to Juan and I, we dealt with the situation. It was definitely something that, we had to work through relationship wise. Maybe that's why the wedding didn't happen when y'all wanted it to.
Oh, really?
I mean,
let's discuss. We'll discuss on Patreon.
I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, it just, you know what I'm saying? But so anyway, it was something that we dealt with, and, we're moving forward.
Yes.
Really? So a lot of you have been tagging me in the audio of this on their podcast because I'm not sitting around listening to Reasonably Shady. I'm not. And I'm not. So this information came out and we have to talk about it. Look, so Robyn admits to knowing about these allegations. She even says that Juan was stupid. He was an idiot for responding. He was bored during the pandemic. So bored. Aren't you at home with him during the pandemic? So that you guys shouldn't this be a time for everyone hanging out and being with each other? If anything, that should have made you guys fall more in love. But he's busy on social media talking to some other woman, even though according to her, nothing happened. Nothing happened between these two. Okay, nothing happened with this woman. Did something happen with all the other women of the DMV that have been talking for years? And still, and the season's making even more sense. Remember, she asked for this infidelity clause in this prenup. Is this the reason why she asked for the infidelity clause? But in all honesty, why would you marry a man after you accused him of infidelity during your first marriage? You're going to marry him after you find a level of infidelity. Maybe he didn't have sex with this woman. Maybe because everyone has a different definition of cheating. Some people would consider him chatting with some other woman as cheating. And I said this before in our coverage of the first story of this. I said anybody at this point can come out and say what they want about Juan Dixon and people are going to believe it because the DMV streets have been talking for years. And if you pay attention to how she's talking about this, you can tell this is not 100% the truth. And let's be honest, I am not paying for the Patreon to hear you tell me the excuses of why she has his name on a receipt. If you guys want to let me know and report back what she says on the Patreon, feel free. But other than that, I am done with Robyn Dixon and Juan Dixon. It's okay if you guys have a business relationship and you're marrying for whatever reason. What is not okay is that you continue to put in our face these lies of a relationship where it's very clear he's bored with you, he's bored with the situation, and he wants someone he can share his life with. He said it seasons ago, and he's been on that search. Okay?
Don't be rude. I'm sorry, what? Don't be rude.
But Robyn, I'm glad you at least admitted that this woman, there was a situation that you guys had to work through because apparently it wasn't just him having some nonchalant conversation. It was something that broke your trust, which maybe you said is the reason why you guys did not get married as quickly as possible. Why would you marry a man that has shown you consistently that you can't trust him? I mean, look, plenty of you guys do it every day, but I think everyone's looking at Robyn like, we can tell, the audience can tell there is no love here. When you call him, he's like, hey, Robyn, like he's annoyed that you called. Every interaction that we see with you and him on this show is an interaction of just not even friends. I feel like I'm more affectionate with my friends than these two. But if that works for you, that works for you. But we are tired of watching the fake and phony situation season after season on this show. And some of you are really bothered by my opinion when we recap this show. Remember, this is not CNN or KNN. We joke about it, but this is not KNN. These are my thoughts on the show. So if I'm biased towards someone else, that is natural when you're doing a review on entertainment. Just a reminder. But the situation here, yes, this is our entertainment. It's no longer entertaining watching Robyn try to convince us that there's romance and love. Okay, there's love. There's definitely love. They grew up with each other. But to convince us that there is this deep romantic love and he's cheated on you in your first marriage and now there's possible distrust. I'm not going to even say there's cheating now. There's possible distrust. And you marry this man again? Girl, if you don't get out our faces with these lies and fairy tales that you're trying to convince yourself of.
Move your dirty blood clot, your bad-minded witch of your wicked demonic serpent, you.
Or maybe because of your past PR background, you're trying to navigate this so we can buy your Patreon, so we can buy your fake storyline for season 8. Girl, if you don't get out of here, we are tired.
Girl.
This girl is delusional.
Tired. I'm so tired. I haven't even eaten yet. And y'all know how I get when I haven't eaten. If you don't get out, hold on. And then Giselle's there gassing the story along. Look, I understand them being on a public platform. People can say whatever they want. There are going to be women coming out of the woodwork. But I said this to you before, and I'm going to say it again. The allegations that were made in this video, I'm actually really surprised that Robyn did not take it a little bit more seriously. I'm surprised she did not put a cease and desist out on this woman. If these allegations that she's making, which were some shocking and illegal, so I'm actually a little surprised. But maybe she'll address that on the Patreon. She'll explain why exactly there is this hotel receipt with Juan's name on it. She'll explain, and you guys will let me know because I ain't paying for that. I'm not paying for that. We pay enough for cable and streaming apps. I'm not paying for that. Bravo, if anything, let her share it on the reunion or let her share it not in season 8 because I'm done with Robyn Dixon. I'm so glad Robyn Dixon won't be here next year. Guys, I want to know your reaction to what Robyn had to say on the Reasonably Shady podcast. Do you believe her? What do you believe is actually happening here? At this point, Robyn, you're going to continue with this fairy tale. So you have your little select stands that are going to believe it. And us over here are going to be like, okay, girl, whatever makes you sleep at night. You want to be with this cheater pumpkin eater? I mean, no wonder you're friends with Giselle. She did for many years. Guys, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go eat.